Hello everybody, my name is Naya and I'm the Black Female Engineer. I provide content for new and aspiring software engineers, and today we're talking about unique creative ways to learn how to code, because sometimes you gotta spice things up a little bit. Sometimes the idea of opening a textbook for the 300th time and going down your chapters or going to these online courses is just not fun, and it's important to have fun while learning how to code. And so yeah, let's go into some unique creative ways to do that. One of the things I highly recommend doing, especially if you're brand new to this, is opening up Chrome, navigate to your favorite app, your favorite site, your favorite landing page, and then press Command-Shift-C if you're on a Mac. I'll check what it is to do that if you're not on a Mac. I'm thinking Control-Shift-C, but I'll double check and I'll add the directions below. But what this does is it opens up the developer tools for you. Now you're basically able to kind of inspect your page that you're on by scrolling through with your mouse the different elements and different components on the site. You should be able to see the code highlighted that actively deals with that. And then if you want to really go into something more cool, is you then can navigate to the styles section of the developer tools and see how the page is styled. And what's even more interesting and more just wild is how you can actually change the styling yourself right then and there. You can be on facebook.com and change a color from blue to green, or change the background from gray to white, and all of these things. And it is just so fascinating to see. And I find this to be a great first step for people learning how to code, because it should get you excited. It should get you excited and should be just so mind-boggling to you how you're able to, this site that millions of people use all around the world, here you are technically kind of changing it up. And so that should provide you with the motivation and excitement needed to just carry you on through your coding journey. And so that's one of the first things I like for people to do. One of the next things I highly recommend is going to kids games. I know it sounds weird, especially if you are an adult doing this, but I think this is so great. One of the kids games highly recommended is one called Scratch. I'll link it down below. But this is so great because a lot of people's hesitation when it comes to learning to code and becoming software engineers and developers is the idea that they're not smart enough. They're not smart enough, they're not skilled enough, etc. But when you see this kids game going on, literally meant for kids, it kind of dispels that. It should dispel it. Like, well, there's these systems and resources meant to help children. And so what is your excuse? So what do you mean you're not smart enough? If your 8-year-old in the back can be up here putting H tags and putting on basic sites and landing pages, basically, then what's your excuse? So it dispels that a little bit and really helps, again, put the fun back into things, makes things less intense of here's this huge learn how to code in 6-month textbook, and it creates this huge weight on you. But now you're just playing a kid's game. You're just playing a kid's game and learning how to love this new journey you're on. And so I, again, will add the link to Scratch below, and I'll add links to other games, specifically kids games below, so you can test that out, see what you fancy most. Similar to kids games, what you can do is also play video games. This is great, especially if you already identify kind of as a gamer, especially some of y'all gamers. You don't need to read instructions, directions, nothing. And then 20 minutes later, you're on level 6 doing all of these crazy, like, I'm not a gamer. And so it's always fascinating for me to see people act this way of, wow, they just got the game and here they are on level 99 without ever looking up how to actually play the game. And so with that type of being able to learn so quickly, playing video games designed for learning how to code might be the route for you, if that's kind of what you do anyway with other games and sports and things like that. One of the games highly recommended is Code Combat. I'll add the link to that again below. Everything I'm talking about, I'll add the link to it below. But yes, Code Combat I hear is great, and so try that out. Try the different games, try the different sites, and see what meshes best for you. Again, it's great for if you are a beginner, because again, we're trying to just chill a little bit, just be calm with this, be excited about this, and have fun. And so by learning these basic fundamentals in a fun, exciting new way, that really can be what helps us just carry us along the finish line. Now, let's say you're a little bit more advanced. You're over here watching this like,
nah, this does not pertain to me because I'm 6 months in.
Okay, let's say you're a little bit more advanced. One thing that I highly suggest, especially to switch things up a bit for you, is to contribute to open source projects. Contributing to open source projects is a great way to learn in basically a different environment. You're kind of like learning on the job, but it's not a job because you're really donating your time and your skill sets for already existing projects out there in the community. And so it really just tackles so many things with you feeling like a great person, donating your time and skill sets for these organizations, for these projects, for these people, but also you are able to develop your own skills, being able to learn how to start on a project that's already been going on before you even got there, because when you start working, that's how it goes. The project has been there and it will be there likely long after you're gone. And so it's important to know and learn how to start in the middle of something instead of practicing by constantly building things from 0 to 100. It's important to start at level 50, learn how to start at level 50 and take it to, let's say, level 60, level 65, and then pass it on and go to something else. And so contributing to open source projects is a great way to do this. And if you are looking to start, your job hunt process and be employed, it's a great way to network, especially because with this, you're developing with other people who likely have jobs in established companies, established organizations, startups, mid-level, large companies, and now they got to work with you as a developer. And so when it's time for you to start looking for a job, you have people that you can turn to asking for their advice, for their insights, or they're the ones who have a job, and so they turn to you knowing that, wow, Naya really threw this down. She really was amazing at this, and so let's see if she would consider working for us. And so it's a great way to just knock so many birds with one stone, while also again keeping things fresh and interesting and exciting, because there comes a point where opening a book just does not do it anymore. I never like, fun fact, in my entire time learning how to code, I never picked up a book because I am just not a book person. I need exciting, new, interesting ways to learn to code, and so that's hopefully what these are for you. So I hope you learned something here today. I hope you are interested in seeing the different routes you can take in starting your coding journey or continuing your coding journey, or just switching things up in general, whether you started yesterday or a year ago. So yeah, just breathe and just see something new, and let me know which route you think resonates most with you for where you are right now in time. And so please subscribe and please like this video. It helps me out so much. So no, thank you so much, and I'll see you all later. Bye.